go. I am Kirby. Yep, okay. I was just so taken aback by how amazing that Wario impression was. And I'm just like, wait, oh crap, we're live. Oops.
Ну и в общем, вот это вот Wario Land Shake It — это игра про Wario, который плохой Марио.
Crazy.
И эта игра выходила на Wii U. И, соответственно, она очень сильно завязана на управлении Wii-контроллером. И мы поехали.
If you couldn't tell from this title screen demo, this game is very motion control centered. Look at the gimmicks. Look at the Wiimote gimmicks. It's great. So you're gonna see a lot of that, but we'll introduce the game in a bit. But for now, we have to
Нам
enjoy
поясняют, что это пятая игра про Wario, которая вообще есть. Есть Wario Land 1, 2, 3, 4, а затем Wario Land 5, но не совсем. Потому что это Wario Land Shake It.
Yep. Awesome. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so yeah, this is the 5th Wario Land game in the series of Wario Land games. There's Wario Land 1, 2, 3, 4, very creative. And then there's Wario Land 5, except not really, it's called Wario Land Shake It, or at least in the North American version. In the European version, it's called Wario Land The Shake Dimension. I prefer Shake It because I'm American, but if you think Shake It Dimension is a lot cooler of a name, then feel free to voice your opinion with your donations. But yeah, this game plays just like the previous Wario games.
Так, замьються.
Basically a kind of a shoulder bash in spamming platform where you're looking around, getting coins, getting treasures. You want to be rich, you're Wario, you're greedy, and there's a lot of secrets and levels that you can find through hidden paths and stuff. Oh yeah, the premise of this actual game. Oh yeah, as we enjoy this glorious anime, there's this nerd named.
Раннер сам даже в сюжете не разбирается, говорит, что как только начинает игру, то всегда просто отходит за водой, за снеками, потому что вступительная катсцена слишком длинная.
Also kidnaps the princess.
Но обычно игры про Варио все довольно однотипные. Варио, естественно, будучи злым Марио, он жадный, пытается нажить себе легкого богатства. Соответственно, в этих играх он пытается как-то, я не знаю, сделать для себя выгоду и при этом порой случайно делает что-то хорошее общем.
Oh, happy birthday, Wario. We got a gift for you. Got a beautiful, wonderful gift for you.
Where did all the card go?
Wario, a little present from me to you. The real treasure's inside. Enjoy.
That's Captain Syrup, by the way. She's kind of like a rival slash friend slash antagonist, kind of. She's devious. But
They're very friendly.
yeah, she's very friendly. She has nothing planned at all.
А пока мы смотрим мультики, сделаем очередной флекс японским языком. Для тех, кто не знал, Варио и Варуиджи так называются эти злые версии Марио и Луиджи, потому что это происходит от японского слова «варуй», что означает «плохой».
And he wants Wario to save the queen. Wario is clearly very interested in it as he picks his nose. And then he mentions the bottomless stack of coins, and Wario is suddenly very interested. Spoiler alert. Look at that. Very friendly hero, am I right? But yeah, so our goal is to beat the Shake King, the final boss. And in order to do that, we have to beat the 5 area bosses. There are 5 areas in the game, or by platformer terms, worlds. And each area has 4 levels and a boss. So basically in each level, we need to get to the end of the level, rescue the captured Merfolk, or whatever they're called. I don't remember what they're called.
They're called Merfolks.
Merfolks, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
just to make sure.
And then you have to escape and get back to the start of the stage. Similar to how the escape sequence works in Wario Land 4.
Нам объясняют, что в этой игре есть механика, что чтобы открыть новую локацию, надо купить ее карту. Соответственно, для этого надо набирать деньги. И довольно большая часть спидрана состоит в том, чтобы оптимально набрать достаточное количество денег.
Thing to note though, in order to unlock an area, we need to buy the area map. And
Yeah. We require 501,000 coins to beat the game, so throughout this entire speedrun, we have to route coins into the run in order to buy those area maps.
Right.
They're required for us to move on.
And it's a bit more complicated than just find the fastest 501,000 coins in the game, because the later areas are more and more dense with coins. For example, there are big bags in Area 1 that give you 3.
Ну и, собственно, вот эти вот новые локации можно открывать в разных порядках. Естественно, более поздние локации стоят больше денег. И в спидране мы просто будем набирать достаточно денег, чтобы проходить в нужную нам локацию.
So 99% of people who play this game will have gone from areas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this speedrun, we're gonna not be doing that order.
Yeah, we'll be doing the areas in the order of.
Ну и в целом игра выглядит как обыкновенный платформер, но, как я уже сказал, здесь довольно много механик завязано на вимоуте. Вот мы видим механику граунд-паунда, которая позволяет, например, скинуть какой-нибудь ящик с высокой платформы. Ну, в принципе, игра тут нас учит всему этому управлению. Граунд-паундом можно пробивать блоки. Здесь также есть классические пушки, которые выстреливают персонажа в определенную сторону.
Also that there, the ground pound. Instead of actually waiting for, you see that charge bar at the top. If we shake the control while on the ground, you can actually do an earth shake punch, is what it's called. So for that part, we just did.
В пушке даже есть название Dasherator, потому что она включает dash.
Again, so because it takes a while for it to come back, and doing the.
Ну и тут можно потрусить какую-то штуку, которая переключит блоки разного цвета. В принципе, тут много чего надо трусить.
And this thing here is called a Dasherator. So when you enter it, you enter dash mode and you just go fast. Obviously, you want to be in dash mode as much as possible.
Да, игра выглядит приятно. Вообще, игры про Wario довольно неплохие в общем целом. Но они все равно намного менее популярные, чем игры про Марио.
Just have to get some extra coins throughout these run sections just to make sure we're all good for the upcoming section. Usually about 1,800 we'd estimate for this level at least. But you can grab a couple of the extra coins if possible, but that's it. You can easily get money back later, so it's not a huge deal about getting the exact amount of money.
Только что мы зашли в магазин, собственно, там, где можно и покупать карты.
Because they're auto-scrollers, then we'll come to that at some point.
Yeah, so I actually have my live split open as well, and it lists out my expected coin count for each stage. So I want to exit.
Денег в этой игре дают много, соответственно, предметы тоже стоят много. Там карты стоят с инкрементом в 50 тысяч, там одна стоит карта 50 тысяч, другая 100 тысяч, там 150 и так далее.
Area 2 costs 50,000, Area 3 costs 100,000, Area 4 costs 150,000, and then Area 5 costs 200,000. So we need a lot of money in this game. Yeah. You can also buy like extra heart containers, but we don't care about that.
They're not required for this. They should be fine. Although it would make some things easier in some of the other runs, such as 100%, because there is some missions such as the one in, I think it's Wind? No, it's not Windbreak. Is it Creep Blue Sea, where you have to avoid breaking your submarine.
Right, Stone Carving City. This song is in Brawl, by the way. Was it in Smash 4? I don't remember.
All right. I think it is in. I think it's in the most recent Smash as well. In Smash Ultimate as well, if I remember correctly. All right, but yeah, what just happened there is Kirby just jumped through the loading zone, like did a dash jump through the loading zone, which put his feet on the ground after the screen transition, where you want to just keep shaking.
Только что подняли такой бриллиант большой. Бриллианты дают 10 тысяч денег. Это очень хорошо. Позволяет намного быстрее набрать нужную сумму. Обычно они довольно сильно спрятаны в уровне, и до них долго надо добираться, но в спидранне, если есть какие-то, до которых, которые не занимают слишком много времени, то раннеры обычно их поднимают. Опять-таки, очень большая часть этого всего — это оптимизация раута, где мы сколько денег
Not
набираем.
as many gems early game. Well, there's a lot of gems. Well, I suppose they are kind of early game, but they take a lot of time to get to. There's especially one of them coming up in a soon enough level. That'll take quite a bit to get to.
Yeah, like the thing
Ну,
with
тут мы видим такие мешки с деньгами, и чтобы получить из них деньги, их надо потрусить. Соответственно, это тоже не идеально, потому что надо остановиться и трусить мешок, что занимает время. Но пока мы находимся в первой локации, нам деньги нужны, поэтому мы пытаемся их получить, откуда
just don't
возможно.
really have other options right now. So this is the first big bag we're shaking. Bags are slow. We don't want to shake these, but again,
А в будущем секунд на 10 это плохо.
For money bags, at least as far as we know, there's two different types of money bags.
Может, можно трансляцию
Money bag and a
перезапустить?
slow one. The slow one means you get the copper coins and all the smaller denominations of coins. In the case of speedruns, we want to get the faster one, which basically is just money bags built up with the larger amounts of coins.
and it's random.
So it's completely random. It's really hard to know if you got a good bag.
Oh, that's a small
That
bag.
is-
Yeah, no, that's
nah,
not a good
nah,
bag.
that's unfortunate.
Like I just saw all the small silvers.
I
I'm
had
like,
hope there for a second. That would have been good, but it's unfortunate. It's really hard to guarantee
Тут
good bags.
появляются такие пушки, тоже в стиле Донки Конга. В них есть некоторый уровень управления, то есть мы сами можем показать, куда мы хотим выстрелить. И может, там есть 4 угла, куда можно выстрелить в левую сторону, 4 угла в правую, в отличие от того же Донки Конга, где пушка сама по себе крутится, и куда она показывает, туда и мы и выстрелим.
Usually I just mash the button there to try and see if I can get it, but it's pretty difficult.
did you know there are 8 big gold coins in the upper level I just got? So that's literally 8,000 free coins we got. Almost a
We
gem.
got a difficult jump coming up. It's just a matter of timing it. Should be good.
Hey,
Nice.
There we go. That
All right, so basically what that skipped is there's a pipe at the top where you need to stop to go down, and basically it skips it so you just run through the screen and don't have to slow down at all. It's pretty good in terms of saving.
Был довольно
Save, like,
такой
2 or 3 seconds.
точный прыжок, чтобы упасть вниз на одну локацию.
yeah,
Pretty good.
that jump. I think there's like 2 specific pixels you can jump off of. I've never really memorized it, but like there's like 2 different spots I've seen it work on, but it's very tight. And like if you miss it,
As far as
it's like a 3-second time loss.
As far as I know, like there's a tiny little square that I tend to aim for when jumping for that. There's like a little square on the ground. If you jump around about the center of that, it should work most of the time. It can be pretty difficult though, especially one of the harder tricks that I had to learn.
So this stage introduces ropes. You want to jump off of them as soon as possible because Wario has like more speed when he jumps off of them for whatever reason.
Этот уровень показывает нам еще одну новую механику. Это веревки, на которых можно раскачиваться, из которых можно прыгать. И в целом в спидране выгодно прыгать с веревок как можно быстрее, потому что Варио почему-то ускоряется, когда он прыгает с веревки.
It saves time over the run. It just adds up over time.
Yeah, you'll see one here soon. Like normally Wario has a slow attack and timing animation, but I just canceled it like that.
There we go. It might look a bit weird, but it's completely fine.
So yeah, this stage is pretty straightforward in terms of like, point routing. So there are just we went our way for only one source of coins, which was the 4 big gold coins you saw me get like 30 seconds ago. Those are surprisingly efficient, and it's almost a half of a gem, so we do get those. But that's the only coin source we're going out of our way here.
Yeah, because the other one's going to be on our path on the way out of this level, so it'll be completely fine.
Again,
Alright.
area 1 coins are.
По раутам с деньгам здесь все довольно просто, потому что большинство денег в этом уровне находится прямо на нашем пути, и есть буквально только одно место, где мы чуть-чуть сходим для того, чтобы их собрать.
It's a nice backup. It costs like a half second. I think Trey came up with it, so it's very nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good strategy, honestly.
It's not intuitive, but it's not hard with a little practice. Alright, we're in dash
Alright, so
mode.
we're coming up on the gem. There should be a gem.
Тут был бриллиант, который вообще даже не спрятан никаким образом. Так что вполне свободные 10к.
when it comes to later levels, but I suppose we got an easy time early enough, which is all good.
Yep.
Ooh, 3 challenges being at once.
Yeah.
That was good.
So this is not really relevant to the run, but we might as well.
Мясорубки со стрелками, если я правильно понял, о чем речь, то они выстреливают Варио в какую-то сторону, и он при этом дэшится. И когда он дэшится, он может пробивать непробиваемые блоки.
The left sidebar are icon indicators for your missions, which is part of 100%. And the right side are the treasures, which there are 3 treasures in every stage you can get for completion's sake as well. They're purely completion stuff, and we do not care about them at all in 80%.
На этом уровне появляются такие необычные вагонетки, если это можно так назвать. И они двигаются посредством наклонения вимоута. Это вот контроллера от Wii U. У этих вагонеток даже название есть. Unibakет. Или Юни-ведро.
And this is one gem that we're going to have to go out of our way for. There's one little diamond right at the bottom here, which we'll have to look around town to get it.
Yeah, this time it is not efficient.
Здесь опять-таки немного сходим с пути, чтобы забрать бриллиантик.
1k coins per 1.4 seconds around, which is pretty slow. But again, area 1.
Тратим немного времени, но благо не очень много.
Yeah, we very much need it so we can buy the next area map. It's very much required.
Everyone was a little sloppy, but whatever.
Yeah,
No
it's
biggie.
completely fine.
No biggie. Oh yeah, so like one of the missions, if you're curious, is don't take any damage, and we just took damage intentionally to go.
Моноведро звучит так, будто ведро спирта стал персонажем Данганронпы.
That means I failed the mission. Again, I don't care about it in the speedrun actually, but figured it'd be interesting to point out. Okay, this is a unit bucket maze. This room is
Oh, this room is really
certainly a thing. So yeah, you can kind of tell where I'm like
Один
going out of
мешок.
my way to waste as little time as possible to get minor
Ooh,
sources of
good money
coins.
bag.
Yeah, that's a fast money bag that Crazy wasn't talking about.
А эта комната — это небольшой такой лабиринт, где надо
If you're not careful with the tilt controls,
пропрыгивать
you can get completely
в правильную сторону.
yeah, it can be really bad for the unit buckets. Also, what we just did there was a skip to basically prevent ourselves from going all the way to the right. So we would have had to wait to get another Earthshake punch in order to open up the other pillar. But instead, we just jumped on that Bandonero and then waited to do another Earthshake punch. So it does save quite a bit of time, so you don't have to walk through the entirety of the room. It's pretty good.
All right. And we have an escape sequence. This escape sequence is pretty straightforward. We're just gonna go out of our way, do like a reverse jump for like 2,500 coins, I think, and that's about it. And there's really not much going on in this escape in particular, so we can go ahead and squeeze in 2 or 3 donations while we watch Wario run through like 4 screens.
Yeah, thank you, Kirby. Do appreciate it. Got ourselves $25 from Adam the Feverish.
Сейчас у нас небольшой escape sequence. Вообще, когда мы трусим ту штуку, которая кричит Intruder Alert, то у нас включается таймер, как видно сверху справа, и надо за определенное время добраться до определенного места. И сейчас мы просто бежим туда, никаких особых девиаций от раута тут нет,
We can squeeze in one more.
чтобы забирать деньги. И вот, собственно, мы в конце уровня.
The comment simply says, "Wah!" Give it crazy.
Nice. That is lovely. That is lovely.
I thought I would do my part. It's all good.
All right, we have our
right,
first
so-
boss. Feel free to explain this, because I'll need to focus for a bit.
All right, this is Roland Rattle.
Так, и тут у нас будет первый босс в игре.
Okay, so this one requires us to dash and jump into the boss, just so we can actually hit its weak point, which is on the side. It does change to a different weak point about in the last 2 hits of the boss, which is on top of its head, but at this point we just have to hit its side. So the first hit will need to be performed. We'll have to jump midair and then
Тут для начала надо атаковать его по слабым точкам, которые на боках его головы. Слабые точки чуть-чуть изменятся под конец файта. По крайней мере, должны.
And then once that happens, we'll have to wait for the boss to slam right down. And then we should be able to get on top of its head in order to access its last weak point.
А тут видно, как он типа злится и слэмит головой об пол, и в этот момент можно, собственно, его атаковать.
Here, but we can jump over it and stay on the boss's head, so it's all good. It'll drop those other points down. Then we have to wait for the boss's eyes to look up before we can start.
И пару раз его слэмаем, и босс. Все.
You're supposed to wait for those square platforms to fly around and use those as a platform to get up there, but you can shoot these
It's a little slow.
platforms. Ignore those.
Well, if you missed getting on top of the head, you have to wait to get slammed on the ground first, like stunned completely, and then you'd be able to actually those platforms start spinning around normally. But it's pretty slow, so this method's better. It's pretty good.
All right, that's area 1.
There we go.
Hope you enjoyed
Quite a
the cat
simple first
jam.
area.
Yeah, the other bosses are definitely more involved in that. Like, honestly, like, I feel like at least if I were a viewer, the highlights for this run would be the boss fights, because they are very swag and just make you go, what is going on? This is ridiculous. But
Funnily enough, all the boss strats have actually been like found recently. A lot of different boss strategies for.
Тренер говорит, что, по его мнению, самая интересная часть этого рана для тех, кто не знаком вообще с игрой, это как раз босс-файты, потому что они клево выглядят. И при этом, на удивление, только недавно нашлись большинство современных страт на каждого босса, в частности, на 2 последних. Так что в игре раут все еще продвигается, все еще делают оптимизации.
This level coming up also has a bit of coin variance. This level introduces the pole vaults, where in order to jump from a pole vault, where Wario gets to show off his ridiculous acrobatics, you have to shake the Wiimote to initiate spinning and then jump. But you can just jump the moment.
Ну, тут опять-таки новая механика. Это вот эти вот перекладины, от которых Варио может прыгать вверх. Тоже, чтобы прыгать, надо потрясти вимоутом, и в данном случае раннеры просто прыгают прям сразу же, как только хватаются за перекладину, потому что так, естественно, быстрее. Тут опять-таки отходим в боковую локацию, чтобы набрать монеток.
Big silvers, which are 500 each. And
small coppers are worth 10. The small silvers are worth 50. The small golds are worth 100. Large silvers, as you said, is worth 500. The large golds are worth 1,000, and the diamonds are worth 10k. Those are all the coin types that you can see in this round. Oh, unfortunately, missed one of the small coins.
Yeah, you want to jump as late as possible for the extra small silver, but not a big deal.
There we go, there's a diamond. If you just do a turn back immediately, you can just grab that. Ooh, that was close. There we go, nice. And this just leads back to the start of the level.
Yep. This is actually not a faster route. There is a slightly faster escape route, but like this is
И заканчиваем уровень. На самом деле это был не самый быстрый раут. Есть раут побыстрее, но он прям совсем чуть-чуть быстрее и особой разницы не делает.
It's just perfect, honestly.
Like the auto you might think auto scrollers, and if you saw the Mario 3D Land run, the auto scrollers are very much a thing because you practically skip them. This is not that, unfortunately, but they're still involved because auto scrollers mean we can't speed it up.
Тут у нас подводный уровень автоскроллер.
So that means like I absolutely have to focus. I have to like make sure.
И автоскроллер, к сожалению, ускорить никак нельзя, но что, в принципе, приятно, это то, что мы можем бить каждого врага и собирать абсолютно все монетки, которые с них падают. Не поднял монетку. Много денег с них не падает, во всяком случае, так что если что-то пропустишь, то это не критично. Но раз уж уровень нельзя ускорить, то можно собирать как можно больше.
You
of
want to
these.
wait until as many of them are on screen as possible so you can get the coins. You get the silver coins from the red ones and then a normal 10 coin from the
Ooh,
normal purple
that is
ones.
lucky.
So we do want to get... That is really good.
That's lucky.
Nice.
Yeah, so like if you
There we
boom
go.
the mines and some of them are off screen, the ones off screen are not going to give you coins. So you need to wait until they're all on screen, as Crazy mentioned. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, the autoscroller also had diverging paths, and you obviously can't take both paths because it's an autoscroller. So the coin
Ну и как вы видите, тут в автоскроллере есть, например, два разных пути, как здесь. И очевидно, что оба пути пройти невозможно, поэтому раннеры просто выбирают тот путь, где в целом можно набрать больше монет. Опять-таки, все упирается в деньги.
This part
works perfectly
needs a little bit more focus.
There's so much going on in this race.
Удивительным образом прошел в этот кружок и не получил урона.
Still damageless.
And I'm trying to kill them all really close, so the coins float into me, and they have a little opportunity to float away. Ah, dang it, that was slow.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get this one still? Ah, it's too late.
No. Just barely out of
I was
range.
greedy. I was greedy.
Alright, so now we take the bottom path, which should lead us to some extra coins.
Идем вниз, где в конце должен быть бриллиант.
We've kind of went over the basics of the autoscroller, so we don't really have much else to say until the boss at the end. Yes, there is a boss, so we can feel free to squeeze in a quick few donations.
Okie pokey, do appreciate it. We've got Spoon Man with $25 donated. They say hi, Kirby.
Hey, Spoon Man,
Sharing good vibes from the Bomb Squad and letting chat know a big secret about our runner here. He loves cats.
I might
Let's
like
send him
cats
good
just a
vibes.
bit.
Let's send him good vibes by telling him the names of our cats and their favorite things. My good boy Murphy.
Это вот донат, и в донате говорят забавный факт про раннера, прям такой секретный.
Yo, if you want to give a shout out to your cat, send
Он
in a
любит
donation with
котов.
the name of your cat. I want to hear them.
We also have Viola X Core with $25. They say cat, 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 cat.
All right, well, that
Cat,
donation
cat,
came in really
cat.
quickly. Wow. And one more.
Also, for the autoscroller levels, we prefer not to get all the missions completed because there is an extra text box that appears after
Oh, yeah, that is
basically
true.
saying that we unlocked a song. So if we got all 10 of these small silvers in the mission on the left, we would have had, well, it would have been a good idea to take enough damage to basically break the submarine, which is half health. So in the case of right now, you'd only have to take one extra hit to fall to half health.
Oh, okay.
So it's good to do that.
We are 30 ahead. Okay.
That's good then.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
made up 190 coins in that. I played up pretty decently overall. So, yeah, also there was a boss fight apparently. That's
It is a boss fight. It's fairly
Right.
easy. All you do is basically.
it's like easy, but if you
mass
mess it up, then you just lose like 3 seconds, which is a lot of time. So
Yeah, it could be a bit annoying. So, well, I think for strategy that I used to do for that boss is basically just back up all the time, which is a bit wasteful, but I suppose it is safer. But it's much better just to try and mash and kill the boss as quickly as possible.
and you want to be
using
close
as many missiles.
because you can only have 3 missiles on a screen at a time. All right, we're playing Paper Mario apparently because we're on Mountain Lava Lava.
Это теперь лавовый уровень,
Found, unfortunately.
который называется гора Лава-Лава.
Yeah, that was another fast money bag.
Очень
That's taking
креативно.
about a second.
Also, what we're doing here is we're angling.
Если я правильно понял, раннеры еще упоминают, что в игре Paper Mario есть такая локация. Но Paper Mario я играл много лет назад, я вот не вспомню.
It's a little bit pretty good. Because you'd have to do this, like basically have to slam and break those blocks like that, basically. Alright, there is a trick here. I don't know if you're going to do it.
I'll do it. Can I make it?
Give it a go.
Just because it's a marathon. Hey, I saved no
Ooh,
time.
nice.
But it looks cool, so
Saved
it's
no
okay.
time.
Yep.
Looks cool. This one's the more important trick, though, because we want to basically grab as many of these coins that are on the ground here.
А тут есть такие вот тоже типа ведра на ходулях, и у них есть свои циклы. Соответственно, пока мы ждем, пока они опустятся или поднимутся, то можно собирать монетки. Дает чуть-чуть свободного времени.
Every little bit of time adds up. It's all good. Alright, so we can basically just dash through this room. This room looks very scary, but I suppose it's fine. You can jump and land on top of the checkpoint button and just immediately dash off of it. I guess it doesn't really save much time, but it is pretty cool. Alright, this rush section is very devious for destroying people's runs, is the best way to put it. So I'll probably be quiet when it comes to one particular room. A couple of the runners called this level Mount Reset. For a very
Будет
good
сложный
reason.
момент, из-за которого многие раннеры называют эту локацию не горой лава-лава, а горой ресет.
I haven't messed it up in a while, but famous last words.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Two gems here.
Тут прям два бриллианта, и раннер чуть не упустил
No
нижний.
one saw that.
No one saw that. No, it's fine. Alright, that's the main reason why this level's called Mount Reset. If you missed those
Ага.
gems,
И получается, вот это вот был как раз тот самый сложный момент, где надо очень быстро поднять два бриллианта одновременно, и при этом, чтобы не попасть под камень, который вас догоняет. А если не поднять оба, то это можно считать ресет, потому что это слишком много потерянных денег.
Save frames and then, yeah. Whoops. Okay.
Alright, Savannah Valley.
Yeah.
We got the bars, so the pole vaulting mechanic is in this one as well. It's used prominently throughout the entire level, so
There
you can
are
see it.
a lot of poles on this stage, and this stage loves these poles.
Довольно медленный уровень, в котором будет очень много
Probably one of the
перекладин.
slower levels in the game.
It's definitely one of the longest in the game for sure. Right. So yeah, we have what's called the pole maze, basically, because it is a maze of a bazillion poles, and obviously we just want to take the fastest route out of here, but we want to get as many big silvers as possible.
А тут тоже что-то вроде небольшого лабиринта, где мы пытаемся, с одной стороны, как можно быстрее дойти до конца, но при этом еще по дороге поднять как можно больше таких больших серебряных монеток.
Spend a bit of time just in this room because we want to actually get we have to get over to that max fastosity dasher not too early but not too late, just so we can actually make it onto this platform.
Right, because we want to waste as much time as possible before this red bend and arrow starts moving. If it notices you too early, then it's not going to be in a position for you to get that skip there. I'm going to go get these.
That's all good.
Co-
It's always good
these
to be
cost
safe.
more time than it looks because you lose a cycle.
Надо сказать, Варио, несмотря на свое телосложение, тут еще акробат.
We get it clear. Unfortunate.
В игре деньги нужны для того, чтобы покупать карты новых локаций. То есть тут новые локации открываются только если купить карту, и карты стоят много денег. Там, чем позднее локация, тем больше денег она стоит. Вплоть до того, что где-то 200 тысяч последние локации стоят.
You do not want to grab onto that pole, the moving pole there on the edges, because you'll just fall down straight immediately without any ability to just control what's going to happen. There we go, the rush section. This is this is a very long rush section to say the least.
Yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit going on here. So basically, there's 2,500 coins down here. They're pretty efficient. They cost about 2 seconds to get, compared to just skipping them. So they're surprisingly efficient. And then so fun fact. One of the missions is called break all the stone blocks. Yeah.
Интересно. Тут есть типа цель уничтожить все каменные блоки. И это при том, что сейчас секция, где мы ограничены временем. Надо как можно быстрее убегать к концу уровня. Но, в принципе, тут времени дают больше, чем обычно. Тут 4 минуты, так что для тех, кто хочет попробовать, наверное, это все-таки возможно.
That worked fine.
Yeah. And then we have a cannon. We want to aim one tick right with, again, tilt controls. And then hold right, take a damage boost.
And then right to the cannon immediately, which is all good. Those cannons are called, I think, blasto cannons? Yes, I think I said
God,
that.
the names of like all these enemies and icons are hilarious.
Objects is so really, just is great, honestly. Alright, this boss here coming up is very devious, to say the least.
Окей, мы переходим ко второму боссу,
Point as well. A lot of these bosses can be-
который тоже может быть довольно сложным.
So this is hot rod, right?
Не раз заставлял раннеров ресетать.
Controls by using a unicycle, basically. It's very interesting to say the least.
It's an interesting
It
fight,
is.
but in a speedrun, it's a
It can be
thing.
a bit scary. There is some fast strategies that were made by myself recently, just to help make it so we can move a bit quicker through this fight, or at least, strategy that was nodded to me. But then I made a consistent method, hopefully. With,
All right,
done.
here we go.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Let's see how this works. All right. So go all the way to the right until the engine starts, and go all the way to the left. Wait for the camera to zoom out, and then we just jump. hopefully,
Ugh.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you can punch it just
That's
as it
fine.
comes out, but I was a little early.
Yeah, so basically this entire strategy involves just hitting the wrenches just immediately.
Ну вот получается такой босс-файт типа гонка, где противник кидается в нас гаечными ключами, и их надо отбивать в него. И страта здесь состоит в том, чтобы гаечный ключ отбивать сразу же, как только его выкинули. То есть, когда он подъезжает близко и бьет, это он бьет не врага, он бьет гаечный ключ. Но прям в тот момент, когда он спавнится. Один раз у него не получилось, слишком рано нажал. А теперь мы от гаечных ключей переходим на шины.
That is a very unfortunate spot. Yeah, this is just bad luck.
Let's hope you don't get debris.
Oh yeah, that's
Вот.
a thing.
В принципе, без особых проблем файт прошел.
You normally have invincibility frames,
Но,
but you
да,
get hit by
не
this
идеально,
They
опять-таки.
ignore your invincibility frame, so you can just get comboed and lose about 3 or 4 hearts. Yes, I
Yeah.
could actually die from that because yeah.
I've had a couple of runs into that. It's really sad when it happens, like, especially when you get a really good Roderick fight and then it just debris you to death. It's horrible. It's really nasty to say the least.
That
But
boss
yeah,
is
luckily
kinda,
this time we didn't get debris. Yeah, this boss is can be a little bit difficult. It is especially one of the harder bosses of the game.
All right, that's area 2.
Here we go, area.
На этом вторая локация заканчивается, и мы будем переходить на третью, карта которой стоит 100 тысяч монет.
Alright, so area 3 is probably one of my favorite areas in the game because basically there's no auto-scroller in this area and it's basically all platforming. It's probably one of the more fun areas to run around in. And there's also one area which, if you played Wario World, you'll definitely recognize the song.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's funny because like in other categories, like if you speedrun like all treasures or 100% or all stages or whatnot, yes, there are more stages than you need to beat in the game. I did a lot of the coin routing. I have like these giant spreadsheets with like the time cost and efficiency of every source of coins that are relevant. It's funny because like you always will kind of want to route in area 4 and 5 because they each have an auto scroller, which is good for coin routing because they're literally free coins. So the area route that we're doing with any percent is 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So area 4 is the last area. But in the other categories, the area order you do is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So 3 is actually last in other categories.
Ну, нам тут объясняют, почему мы проходим локации не в оригинальном порядке, то есть не от первой до последней. Это потому, что, опять-таки, раут предполагает, что мы будем больше монет набирать в определенных локациях и использовать автоскроллеры, чтобы набирать как можно больше монет. Потому что, опять-таки, автоскроллеры позволяют набрать денег, не потеряв времени. Соответственно, в этом рауте мы будем заканчивать, насколько я понял, на 4-й локации. То есть будем идти 1, 2, 3, 5, 4.
Hey!
Nice. I've never actually seen that done before. Because I can't do it myself. There we go.
Right. So this gem is also pretty costly, but eh. It's been a while since we've seen a costly gem.
There is another way to stop yourself completely. You can do hold the right button while going to that screen, what will cause a slide upon the next screen, and then you can basically jump immediately into the wall. There we go. So with that bit there, we could actually line Wario's foot up with the ladder and then do a dash jump in order to land perfectly on that platform, just so we can crawl under and then dash immediately over to ground pound that little plank in order to cause that water to go down so we can destroy the engine.
Если говорить технически, то автоскроллеры не теряют особо времени. Это просто время, которое обязательно будет в ране. Если автоскроллер никак нельзя пропустить, то это не потеря времени, это просто вот то время игры, которое обязательно есть. Как константа в некотором роде.
It's always good to be safe. There we go.
You're seeing me jump a lot because like you usually want to avoid running up uphill slopes typically. So
Тут разворачиваемся пару раз, чтобы забрать денег.
You can jump immediately upon landing there, but it can be risky in some circumstances.
yeah, I'm not doing it in this run, but I do it in PB attempts.
all good. And yeah, you can do a slide off the edge there and then slide under while maintaining your speed, so it's all good. Just to make sure we can get back to the end of the level pretty quickly. There we go.
Okay,
Pretty good.
Stone Tooth Cave. This song, for me personally, this stage probably has one of my favorite tracks in the game. Kind of a banger. I want to see a lot of cat jams in chat. Unfortunately, the stage is so...
Тренер говорит, что на этом уровне один из его любимых треков будет играть.
Just 'cause, well, just as we start to
Но, к сожалению, уровень довольно короткий, так что трек мы будем слышать недолго.
And rhythm music, basically. Oh yeah, so if you missed me mentioning this, big bags give you more coins the later areas you are. So big bags give you 3,000 in area 1. They gave you 4,000 in area 2. We're in area 3, so they actually get 5,000 each now. In other words, a big bag gives you a half a gem.
Кстати, еще один нюанс — это то, что вот эти вот мешки с деньгами дают разное количество денег в зависимости от локации, в которой мы находимся. То есть, например, на первой локации мешки давали 3000 денег, а тут 5000.
in area 5 are worth 7,000, so it's just 1,000 up every single area you go to. Starting off at 3. No. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so effectively what we're doing in area 1, 2, 3 is we're going out of our way to get 50 extra thousand coins so we can buy the area 5 map instead of area 4. And then we want to just get 150,000 coins in area 5 because they're so fast, and then buy the area 4 map with that. So this escape is interesting because if you notice, we didn't really get many coins in this level, but we're actually gonna lose almost 1 minute collecting coins in the escape sequence. But it's 25,000.
А вот конкретно сейчас мы потратим буквально целую минуту для того, чтобы набирать денег. Потому что в третьей локации нам опять-таки нужно набрать достаточно денег, чтобы купить карту от пятой локации.
Wario land games. So this is the one where Wario's on fire. Looks kind of funny, but it's pretty good. I think in this game there's only 4 transformations, which we'll get to some of them once they appear. So this is the first one, Fire Wario. So,
meow, 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 meow. Do, 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 do. Damage boost. Make that boom a bit earlier. Welcome to the bomb squad. You'll see more of that later. Because with bombs, you have to wait for them to tick down, or you can just make them boom immediately by smacking them, because that's not dangerous at all.
yeah, it's fine. You know, Wario can survive through it. You know, he's very acrobatic. I'm sure he has some strength behind his power, right? He can withstand a bomb explosion. That's okay.
All right, so this stage is one of my favorite stages. Probably my favorite, personally, my favorite stage to speedrun at any percent. It's kind of funny because like area 4 is by far my least favorite area in any percent, but it's and then the other categories, area 3 is my least favorite because you just blitz through it since you're done with coins. But like in any percent, like this level, area 3 is definitely my personal favorite as well. So we kind of have a bit of a gimmick to knock these enemies out of there with the earthquake, and we also.
I'm glad that you didn't.
Вот тут еще одна новая механика. Вот эти вот враги, у которых на голове есть вилка, ими можно кидаться, и они застряют вилкой в стене. Мы видели только что, как раннер это использовал, чтобы сделать себе небольшую платформу и забрать бриллиант, который иначе забрать нельзя.
It can sometimes just fall straight back down into the hole, and I'm not entirely sure how it works like that, but sometimes it does just go back in, and you have to wait for the bar to charge again so you can shake again. But you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. But it's
so there's a ball there. You're supposed to knock it up with an earthquake, but we're gonna skip that and use this fork bandit arrow instead, and hit the red switch because you're supposed to use the ball and ricochet it up there. And conveniently enough, there is a big bag here. That's pretty efficient. And then we get to one of my favorite rooms in the game. Do this quickly. This will look really smooth.
Вот тут очередной пример, когда мы используем вот этого вот форк бандита, вилочный бандит.
Stun the enemies off the screen. You should be able to get to them by the time you get up there, just so you can still do the exact same strategy as Kirby just showed there, just to get up to that diamond. There we go. We also have an interesting puzzle skip coming up, where we just use the abilities of a cannon just to skip a puzzle completely. So 3 ticks to the right is the best way to remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 4.
Yeah, okay, I tilted too
3
far
ticks to the
right.
right. That's fine, and you can just get right.
Довольно интересный скип был, где мы наклонили пушку таким образом, чтобы запрыгнуть сразу на верхнюю платформу в верхней локации. По идее, так быть не должно, но если пушку наклонить в очень определенный угол, то есть на 3 инкремента вправо, то можно вот так вот сделать. Здесь опять-таки забегаем в боковые комнаты по-быстрому за деньгами. Благо, это много времени не занимает.
But only if you shake it. If you just kill it, then you don't get
Only
the
if you
5,000.
shake it.
So.
I think you only get the one small gold, which is 100 coins, if you just kill it straight up.
Obviously,
Preferably, we'd like to shake them.
I'm maximizing the amount of time I spend on the conveyor belt to go left and minimizing the time spent going right. And I don't know how to end cannons, but there we go.
Кстати, приятная механика, что когда вот эти вот есть ограниченные по времени секции, то рядом летает чувачок, который показывает, куда
A lot
бежать.
of things, like contraptions in this game require entering pipes.
Это всегда в таких случаях очень много проблем случается, когда ты просто не знаешь, куда идти, и ты заблудился, и из-за этого приходится ресетать
Animation,
уровень.
it takes like 10 frames, and you can't actually enter them during that animation. But what you want to typically do is you want to be holding left or right as you land so that Wario does not do that slash animation. And that means you can enter the pipe or dash generator or whatever, the frame you land on them. And like, it's very minor, but it absolutely adds up to time save. So like, it's
Very much does.
something you want to get in the habit of. Just doing as much as you can, typically.
All right, the Wario World fans, this is Greenhorn Ruins. It's always good. Probably one of my favorite tracks in the game, just based on nostalgia alone. You know, I had so much fun playing Wario World ages ago. There we go. But yeah, we got another mechanic here.
Slot machines, they are not random, they are cycle-oriented, and we boom ourselves because we're part of the bomb squad.
На этом уровне тоже появляется пара новых механик. В частности, вот эти вот машинки, которые отдают бомбы. И бомбы нам нужны для того, чтобы или просто проходить дальше, или подбирать деньги в боковых локациях. Эти машины не особо рандомные, они завязаны на циклах. Соответственно, если в правильное время к ним подойти и стукнуть, то бомба всегда в одно и то же время появится.
We've got a next room coming up that has a golden enemy inside, which will need that. Although there is another money bag on the room just after, which has the exact same amount of time loss just to get both of these. So it's basically up to personal preference exactly what money source you want.
Like, this one's
Although this one's a
probably
bit more
harder to
valuable.
get, but you don't really have a risk of losing coins randomly, whereas the other coin source, which is about the same amount of time, it's easier to do, but then it's a back shake in an open area, so you're bound to lose a few hundred from it. Personal preference. So the big bag we're talking about is that one up there. So, oh yeah, another gimmick in this stage we never mentioned. There are invisible platforms that you can only see.
Ну да, тут мы еще видим такую очевидную механику, что платформы видно только когда на них светит свет, но раннеры просто запоминают, где все платформы, и поэтому для них это никакой разницы не играет.
Okay. So that's another case
You
of
want to
me
get a
entering that.
donation?
Yeah, we can
you
squeeze
wanna
in a
get
few
a donation
donations now.
involved?
Yeah.
It's all good.
Do appreciate it, y'all. We actually do have some representatives from the late night GDQ Kitty crew here.
Ooh.
Got $25 from K-san saying, my giant ragdoll cat Whisper loves to sit on her chair. Also often like people between my partner and I while we sit at our computers and watch GDQ. We've also got $25 from Autumn Wyvern. They see my cat is named Fergie, and he's watching the run with me. He likes to steal bracelets and take naps. He hates hats.
Oh.
That's quite okay. And another $25 from Taylor saying cat donation. I have two
Так люди рассказывают про своих котов.
We're very excited to be in this comment. We're very excited to have you.
Aw.
And that's an awful lot of cats trying to donate $25. I think they're trying to get that PlayStation.
Тем временем мы подходим к боссу третьей
End of this
локации.
run. And kitties love Sailor Moon, so let's get that difficulty.
Что же это будет за босс?
Because we're about 20% of the way there. Let's keep it moving, everybody. All right, thank you, Kirby. Thank you.
Thank you for those
Crazy, appreciate
donations.
it.
Keep them up.
Thank you.
All right, we have a boss coming up. Feel free to explain
Oh,
this.
boss. All right, this boss has 7 hits, which needs to do to defeat the boss. There is a very, very bad phase at the end of this fight that we want to avoid. So there's a very specific way we need to do this. So we do 1 hit first. We wait for him to be unstunned. Then we try and get 3 hits in again. There we go. So we just wait.
Собственно, страта здесь состоит в том, чтобы 3 раза стукнуть босса, и чтобы его застунить, и атаковать его слабую точку наверху.
And we basically just
И получается, что после первого удара можно делать по 2 хита
every time it
за один
changes
цикл.
phase. So in this case, it would go from
almost.
1 to
Ну, вот это было более-менее оптимально. Последний удар раннер немного задержал, но в цикл все равно
It goes
уложился.
from it goes from 3 hits to 4 hits and then 4 hits to 5 hits, as you saw there. So you can do 3 hits on the first phase like twice. So one to get 1 hit on the first one, then 2 hits on the second one, and then it continues from there.
Basically, we want to bring it from 7 HP to 6 to 4 to 2 to 0. Because it's at 3 HP or lower when it does the annoying flamethrower attack that Crazy mentioned that we really want to avoid.
Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's pretty much impossible to do damage to it during that phase, and you have to wait until it slows down to the other phase.
You don't want to see it. You really don't want to see it.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like,
So basically, you just do that one hit, the one hit at the start, just to avoid having to deal with that. It's pretty good.
all right. We've got this. We got our next shopping trip, and this is where our money routing pays off. We have enough money to buy the Area 5 map, which requires 200,000 coins. And now all we need.
Actually buy Area 4.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
done
made
that
that mistake yet in the speedrun, like accidentally buying Area 4 instead of 5. But I am very scared of it.
Oh, it's devastating when it does happen. No, it's just press the button up one more time accidentally, and then you just bought the wrong map. You're like, oh, I didn't know.
That menu is the entire reason I've spent years speedrunning Fire Emblem, just to make sure I don't miss.
Ранер рассказывает, что очень переживает каждый раз в этом рауте, чтобы не купить случайно карту 4-й локации вместо 5-й. Говорит, что специально целый год спидранил Fire Emblem, чтобы правильно пользоваться менюшками.
Comfy music. And we're in Area 5, and as we mentioned a few times.
Шутка, конечно, для тех, кто видел спидран Fire Emblem.
Big bags give us 7,000. That's 2/3 of a gem. You can even literally see all the coins and how much.
Вот в 5-й локации мы получаем 7000 монет с каждого мешка. Ну и, в принципе, в 5-й локации денег повсюду намного больше, чем в любой другой, поэтому набрать 150 000, чтобы открыть 4-ю, никаких проблем не составит. Стукнулся об врага.
That happens occasionally. A bit of a puzzle skip we just did, but yeah.
Unfortunate, and one extra bag, which. Yeah, it's hard to know when you're able to like toss that.
It's really awkward to adjust because like you're just going from big bags with 5,000 coins to 7,000, and then like they take considerably longer to shake compared to the Area 3 bags. So like you have to remember to shake like an extra second and a half.
Но еще важный момент с этими мешками, что они дают больше денег, и при этом, чтобы забрать это большее количество денег, надо мешок трусить дольше. Соответственно, раннерам важно не отпускать мешок слишком рано.
So yeah, very quick escape.
This is probably one of the best escape songs in the game. It just makes you want to like run around, basically. It's really good. And we got a trick here where we have to jump late in order to jump through that. If we jump too early, we just get spun around and chucked out the bottom. It's a bit nasty to say the least because you miss out on that gem. But other than that, that would look pretty good. Now we're able to just jump through it. And we've got another all-scroller coming up, which is, yeah, the second all-scroller of the run.
Yeah, you're intended
Quick blue scene.
for that gem.
И мы переходим ко второму автоскроллеру, где мы опять-таки будем пытаться набирать как можно больше денег.
But yeah,
you can also slide through it as well, but it's a bit weird to say the least. It looks very funny though.
All right. So fun fact, we have 3 missions here. Curious. 40,000 coins, collect 8 gold coins in a row, and don't break your sub, Warren. Yes, that's a W.
Да, забавный факт. Это судно называется не субмарина, а субварина, потому что Wario.
You know what? Because I feel like it, I'm just gonna go ahead and 100% this one trip. So, let's go. Get all the coins I can get. Alright. So same idea. We want to focus on these little octopus thingies because they have 50 coins each. And these little submarines, I think they have a cooler, interesting name. They give 300.
Получается, разные враги тут дают разное количество денег, а медузы дают... Ну, не медузы, вот эти вот осьминоги дают по 50, а деревянные субмарины дают по 300, и мелкие враги дают какое-то там малое количество. 10, походу.
I missed a lot of coins from that, though, from that screw up, but that's okay. Okay.
still possible to get the gold coin mission done.
It will probably be fine, yeah.
Should be fine.
Do we need to get 8 gold coins in a row? For fun? There we go.
Nice and cool. Good stuff.
Obviously,
Never actually
this
seen
doesn't
the
matter
100%.
in any percent, but, you know, I feel like...
Получается, как нам показывали, есть определенные челленджи на каждый уровень, которые можно выполнять. И для спидрана они ни на что особо не влияют. Но иногда, если раннер может выполнить челлендж без каких-либо проблем, то он это делает чисто ради фана.
It allows you to go bottom path, which has extra money. It's pretty good, actually.
Right.
I tend to go for it just because it's a little fun trick to do while we're in this level.
It's a cool trick, yeah.
It's fun.
We're doing okay on... Not too terribly. We're like 100 behind than expected with the 100% route, but that's okay.
Alright, we got a repeat of the first boss.
With less health.
Where we basically just mash the button till it...
Получается, вот эта вот стена-босс точно такая же, как и в предыдущем автоскроллере. И страта все та же, просто встать впритык и заспамить торпедами.
Thank you so much. You have all raised over $13,000 in the past hour. A fantastic pace, especially considering this time of the event. Y'all are coming out. We do appreciate it, especially with donations like these. We have $250 by Igra White. They say, shout out to my orange tabby, Captain Winters, who's celebrating his birthday today. Looks like we're celebrating with a birthday shake this year.
Aw, happy
Thank you to
birthday.
runner Kirbymastah, cast and crew for putting on a great show this year. And y'all are doing incredible. Nearly $3,200, nearly $3,300 to reach the difficulty upgrade. Once we get that buttoned up, we can keep on moving towards those next incentives and make this GDQ as long as it absolutely can be. That is a win-win-win. And remember, let's bring back the meme, no incentive left unmet. Let's go, everybody.
And yeah, we can throw in like 2 more, I think.
All right, we also got ourselves $25 from Gangringo. They say my cat's name is Mingus. He gives tooth hugs. I definitely feel that. Thank you so much.
В донате говорит, что его кот дает обнимашки зубами.
Thea, they say staying up late on a work night with my cats Aries, Hermes, and Persephone to watch this awesome run for an underrated gem from the Wario Land series. Greetings from Canada. Some awesome cat names. Thank you so much.
Might need to go for the snipe. I don't know.
Might need to go for snipe.
Well, we'll be good. Although I would have gotten it actually anyways. Whoops. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, you had it. It's fine. Should be good still.
Yeah, we get 1 submarine and a lot of these octopus were good. We want to make 40,000. Okay. Now we should be good. We should.
Probably just best.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're
should be
good.
fine
We're
now.
good. We're good. See, we're good. We're good.
Ooh, nice.
That's one.
So that's
as
the
long as
100%
we don't take more than 1 hit. This is 100% in 1 trip, which is probably not intended.
Definitely not intended, but it's cool all the same.
It's cool.
It's nice seeing it for the first time. To be fair, I'm just not used to seeing 100% strategies used. Besides chest snipe, of course, which pretty cool. Right, this boss can be kind of tricky, but it pales in comparison.
Замечательный квиккилл босса. В принципе, то же самое, что и раньше, только у босса 3 секции, которые надо взорвать, а не одна.
So it basically just requires you mashing as close as possible to those buttons in order to destroy them as quickly as you can. There we go. And the Murphy's free, and then we can get out the level. There we go.
That's
Good one up.
100%. Creep Lucy in 1 trip.
Nice. And you're gonna lose some time.
I'm gonna lose
for
like
the
another second here. I'm also losing time because I actually lost 3,500 coins from my normal route typically, which is why I got a few extra large silvers.
That's
I
fine.
think I'm still like behind by like 500 around, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
You'll be able to get it back in bad manner. So it should be
Yeah,
okay.
I'll be
There we go.
fine.
Slipshod slopes.
All right.
The icy level. This holds 2 of the transformations in this game, both in this level as well.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So there's 2 ones. There's one for Snowball Warrior where you get hit by
У нас начинается снежный уровень.
and it's used to like go down slopes and break
И
blocks.
здесь у нас появляется возможность превратиться в снежный ком.
Shake the ground and get a little bit of snow here, and then you can
Ходить в снежном коме намного медленнее, но если скатиться с горки, то можно будет быстро прокатиться.
It basically causes Wario to be frozen and you get thrown back in the direction, in the opposite direction of what you get hit. So if you get hit on your right side, you get thrown left, basically. All right, there is also, there's a gem here, but there's also a secret map
Yeah,
as well.
there's a secret map there.
Тут мы подбираем секретную карту.
Make sure you don't mash into that into freezing peaks. Is it the
Yeah.
next level? Yeah. You don't want to do that. Probably best. Just,
I think this leads to Bamboozle Village, actually.
Is it Bamboozle
Yes.
Village before? Yeah.
It's Bamboozle Village into Freezing Fields. But yeah, so fun fact, this game has 20 stages, or main stages, to beat the game, ignoring bosses. There's actually 32 stages. There are 12 secret stages in this game. And to define them, you have to find a corresponding secret map. There are 2 secret stages in Area 1, 2, and 3 each. 3 secret stages in Area...
Ну вот ранее нам объясняет, что секретная карта нужна, чтобы открывать секретные уровни. И получается, что всего секретных уровней в игре 12.
Yeah, so it does have like a little tiny little glittery particle effect after the game's beaten, just after you defeated the final boss. You can go back to the levels and then find the little shimmers on the ground, which lead towards where the secret areas are. The secret levels are probably some of the most interesting levels in the game.
Зотер говорит, что секретные уровни довольно интересные, возможно, даже самые интересные во всей игре. Но мы их сегодня не увидим, потому что у нас категория Beat the Game. Соответственно, нас интересует только пройти игру, а секретные уровни — это остается на категорию 100%.
It's a shame because I think the level design is masterful and fantastic in this game overall, but hey, this game's still awesome, and no game is perfect, so that's okay. At least you can still find the secret maps before beating the game. So yeah, there's a secret stage if you're curious. This is Bamboozle Village,
and there's so many missions for that.
7 missions. Like, look at all of these missions. They're just ridiculous.
Замечательный уровень, где целых 7 челленджей дают.
It's very scary.
There we go. Let's get back on track with Bad Manor now. I think there's also a secret map in here. I think
there is, yeah. We're gonna completely skip it though.
Yeah, it's fine because it's on a different path. No, I think it is on a different path. Yeah, it's on the top path. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. I haven't seen the secret maps in a long time. It's especially been, well, I suppose I only just ran 90%, so it's one of those things that's not like fully important. There we go. So.
Oh, those 4 zombies in their underwear. PG-13 stream.
Alright, so we've got another trick coming up that we did see near enough the start of the run. There's a pole drop, which we saw back...
0 плюс стрим БТВ, раздеваем мумий. Чуть не сказал зомбей. Вот еще такая трансформация, где Варио может стать меньше или больше с помощью этих загадочных бочек.
There we go. These are the last cannons in the game, funnily enough. Well, last cannons in the run, at least.
Are there any in Area 4? I don't think there are any.
No. These are the last cannons, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you just got like 12,000 free coins, FYI. Like, you cannot avoid those coins. You just cannot avoid those. You just get them for free because it's Area 5.
They just hand them out.
Yeah.
Like they're going out of style. It's great. There we go. And yeah, so this is another transformation. Mini Wario. I forgot to mention the Ice Wario. If you got hit by one of the ice fires, which we did skip over in the second to last room of Slipshod, you can get frozen.
Вы можете заметить, что игра нам дает целую кучу монет вообще за бесплатно по факту, потому что это 5-я локация. Опять-таки, 5-я локация дает очень много денег просто так.
I have not been keeping track of my coins, so hopefully... Okay, we're good.
You're more than good. You didn't even need that. Well, you could.
Well,
actually, yeah.
if I skip that entire thing, then I would be exactly 100 short, unfortunately.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
So we needed that, but that's okay. So we're 1,100 over what we need. Exactly.
We have another boss.
Так, и это у нас будет босс 5-й локации.
Is interesting to say the least.
All right. So what you're supposed to do for this fight: throw an enemy in his mouth. He gives you a bomb. Throw a bomb. Bop him. Repeats. And he does a lot of really scary attacks to take.
Босс-повар, кстати говоря.
So as the fight progresses, he asks for more and more enemies before giving a bomb. But at the start of the fight, we just want
Получается, в него надо кидать вот этими врагами. Он их жует и выплевывает бомбу.
to finish this fight. So in this case, we do want to just get all 4.
Вот мы получили 4 бомбы. И сразу же после этого
Nice.
мы можем кинуть в него бомбу и сбить его с воздуха.
The bombs that diffuses them, so we can use them for layer. There we go.
And that's a quick kill.
и повторить процедуру со всеми 4
That is a
бомбами.
lot harder than it looks because you have to be very meticulous about your bomb setups. You need to like not accidentally kill an enemy. You need to make sure you don't accidentally bonk a bomb. Have to defuse them, and it's also kind of random because like in order for Wario to stop trying to defuse a bomb, you have to wait for the motion controls to stop. Tell that you've
Ну, без
shaking
проблем.
the ground.
Замечательный квик-килл, буквально с одного цикла.
But no, we got it. So yeah.
There we go, nice. Each
Well,
runner
it's
has their own different way of doing this fight, though. It's kind of interesting to say the least. Could definitely be a bit of a weird
This
one.
fight is-
I do it completely different.
For a lack of a better word, a curse word show. If anything goes wrong, like it's just such a crapshoot. If you mess up anything, you're better off restarting.
Very much so, because you don't want to go through.
На самом деле этот босс мог пойти намного хуже, если бы Кирби его не завалил с одного цикла, потому что у этого босса есть много сложных и длинных
We don't have
атак,
points anymore. We have enough to buy
Как-
Area 4.
которые надо очень долго
Let's
доджить.
and get comfy. So
И это могло
guess we
стоить
get cat donations
большого
now.
количества
Or-
времени.
Also haven't heard any donations from anyone who thinks that the Shake Dimension is a better name than Shake It. So I'm guessing Shake It's just a better name, am I right? Alright. Let's see. But yeah, feel free to go in.
Yeah, well, we do have a $25 donation by one of the friends of the community, Nuclear Reaction.
Oh, hey,
Nukes
Nukes.
says
Thanks.
Kirbymastah. You are an incredible fountain of knowledge and a wide array of speed games. Thank you so much for all the work you put into so many games throughout the years, and thank you for being such a wonderful friend. Take this cat as good luck on your run.
Thank you very much.
Ну и, собственно, тут мы
Nukes for
возвращаемся
being
чуть-чуть
an awesome
назад
streamer and doing a great job.
в локацию номер 4.
Awesome community. Also has one of the most amazing cats out there. But yeah, keep at it with the donations.
Yeah, the GDQ Cat crew is coming out in full force.
Oh, boy.
$250 from Swabby. Says, glad I was able to have time to watch my favorite streamers run. Thank you to Kirby, the staff, and all the runners for making this event possible. And good luck to all. Donation goes to Announcer's Choice. Well, thank you for that contribution towards the difficulty upgrade for Sailor Moon. Currently sitting at around $3,500 out of $15,000. Y'all are doing great. Keep it up.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Swabby. Another cool viewer.
And Ryan with $50 says, my cat's name is Mickey, and he used to drink from his water bowl by scooping the water in his paw and drinking it from out his paw. Cats are just wonderful creatures. Their behavior is astounding. Thank you, Ryan. We also have $25 from Dirk Mathis. They say, cat donations. My roommate has a cat named Vader, who is an absolute terror.
В одном из донатов рассказывают, что у человека есть сожитель, у которого есть кот по имени Вейдер.
Into the marble with the screaming man inside. Very much.
Очевидно, очень добрый и замечательный кот.
All right, we have the escape sequence. Pretty straightforward. This level did kind of introduce the gimmick with the flowers. They're fun fact, they're called Venus Skytraps.
Yeah, they're great.
The name is amazing. Like those right there, those are all Venus Skytraps. So yeah, the red
There's
ones,
two
they
variations.
yeah.
Yeah, the red one, well, the red pinky ones, they close up immediately after you stand on them. But the yellow ones, they take like about I think
These.
5 seconds,
Mhm.
a bit just to close up, which is completely fine. So good.
This interesting little gimmick because like when they do try to eat you, you have to time of dodging them, but they become a temporary platform you can jump off of, which we will see that again later in Area 4. So honestly, one of the cooler gimmicks, I think. And then
Alright.
also the name helps a lot, Venus Skytrap, because they eat.
They eat Wario. Only
They
Wario.
literally eat enemies. There's actually a secret stage of the mission called Feed 5 enemies to Venus Skytraps. And that was honestly a lot of fun to route out, because it's like, how do you optimally like do as little as possible to knock like 4 enemies into like 2 Venus Skytraps at the same
Вот
time?
там Раннер рассказывает, что вот эти вот растения, которые мы видели ранее, которые типа хищные, в одном из уровней есть челлендж скормить 5 врагов этим растениям. И это было довольно интересно раутить для стопроцентного рана,
We have it on
чтобы
spoiler, but like
оптимально это
we
сделать.
don't care about coins.
Yeah, so we can literally just chill now. But
Yeah, is he?
the only difficult part with this one is just the boss at the end. But I think we've got a good time to get more donations in. I
Yes.
think.
Go all in. I want to hear all the cat names.
Love to hear it. Thank you. We got $25 from Takaze. They said, cats, I have 3. Booties, Zelda, and Loki. Booties is a good boy who's always sitting with me while watching the run. Zelda cries for attention, and Loki is mischievous and always hungry. Oh, that's adorable. Thank you so much. And let's see, we also have... We have Monkey the Tabby Cat. We have the cat themselves donating with $50. They say, I'm a cute tabby cat. Every year, my daddy and mommy watch GDQs and donate to those awesome causes in my name. I'm very proud and also want to thank all the wonderful humans for organizing speedrunning.
Донаты прямо от котов приходят.
Thank you very much, Miss Monkey. We appreciate it. We've also got $50 from Courtney. They say, I'm not sure why we're doing cat donations, but here's $5 for all the cats I've ever lived with. Shout out to Sammy, Scratcher, Boomer, Loki, Squishy, Miles, Boo, Jono, Rolo, and Oreo. P.S. Squishy will be turning 18 this year. Oh, what a super lovely ancient cat. Thank you so much. We got Zach coming in with a $50 donation to the PCF. They say, my cat's Bill and Ned and want to say hi. What's up, Bill and Ned? How you doing? Appreciate it. I also have $25 from Spinda saying, donating for a black cat named Simkin and Her Majesty Meowcules, Queen of the Heating Pad. Oh, these are also adorable. Y'all keep it up. We also got $25 from the Sound Defense saying, good luck, Kirbymastah.
Thanks.
Yo, shake it up to the point where you can otherwise break it and then do not shake anymore. Prudent advice. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was so close. I was 1 hit away. I make it a personal goal to destroy all of his...
Мир только что попытался сбить все вражеские подлодки, но у него не получилось. Говорит, что никогда еще не получалось, но тут был очень близок. Не хватило одного только выстрела.
Okie-dokie, got $25 from Vitaurus. Oh, Vitaurus. Easy for me to say. They say my cat's name is Brahms, and he's donating because he loves warm video game consoles, cozy laps, and speedruns, because they all go together. We've all been enjoying this awesome week of speedruns.
Временем люди продолжают рассказывать про своих котов.
Amazing and keep up the awesome efforts. 2 million hype. Equal sign, up arrow underscore.
Очень кошачий ран получился.
That's a cat face. I just realized that. Thank you so much, Vitaurus.
All right. We have probably, unironically, one of the hardest bosses in the game coming up. I have a very specific
This is the true final
setup for it.
boss. This is the true final boss.
And
Definitely.
okay, we never mentioned tilt controls. All of this is tilt controls, by the way.
Yeah.
Controls. So here we go.
and this fight has both you and the buttons moving, so you have to. It's really awkward.
Довольно неприятный файт, потому что здесь и вот эти вот потоки двигают игрока, и сам босс, если это можно назвать боссом, двигается.
We'll figure it out. Squeezing a few up there.
Это был не очень быстрый килл, благо никаких особых проблем не возникло.
But you know, that's okay.
That's fine. As you can see, this fight is really difficult. It's probably one of the ones that wastes the most time in terms of run. It's really nasty, to say the least.
Ideally, I destroy the top button immediately. So like the moment I realize like half my torpedoes missed, I'm just like, whoa, this is not gonna end well. But you know, that's part of speedrunning, and
You can't always expect things to go well all the time.
nope.
There's always going to be some level of error. But yeah, I
Like-
think the best way to order to hit the top button is basically keep yourself horizontal as much as possible. in
Yeah,
order
like
to
I
hit
think I
that.
tilted down a bit too much on accident. So like you want to be like mashing your torpedoes quickly, but like you also need to like keep the proper angle with your Wiimote at the same time. So it's pretty hard. A lot harder than just
definitely-
mindless smashing.
It could definitely be a lot scary, especially when if your hand's like shaking, if you're like dealing with nerves. Me, for example.
All right, there's a little bit of a skip here coming up, by the way. You're supposed to hit a switch to change the direction of the conveyor belt here, but instead,
Чуть дамедж бустов использовал, чтобы побыстрее проползти.
just a bit of damage boost lets us skip that.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. Interesting strategy to say the least.
that little
But yeah,
save,
I
but
think
yeah.
it saves like 7 seconds, or maybe like 5 to 7 seconds if you can
Oh,
do it
dang
well.
it. That's the rocket bucket. That's the first and only one we'll see in this run. There is a secret stage entirely devoted to using those rocket buckets, and it's like everyone either really likes it or really hates it, because the entire
it's-
level is one like 6-minute escape sequence where all you do is use the rocket bucket with motion controls.
It's
I
such
like
an
it
interesting
personally,
level. It's
but
really an interesting level. It's
it's very interesting and very fun, but also very difficult. And fun fact, you can one-trip that 100% as well. So, yeah. Very tight. This level is a lot more interesting typically in other categories, but like since we don't care about like the secret map or any of the treasures or coin sources, it's kind of not a very interesting map. Level, I mean, but like you're just kind of bottled.
Мира говорит, что в других категориях этот уровень заметно поинтереснее, потому что, ну, сейчас он не такой интересный, потому что там не надо собирать секретные карты, не надо собирать деньги. И по факту мы просто бежим и местами ждем платформы.
We don't care. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a free gold coin you can get here. Oh wait, I already got it. Never mind.
Oh, you grabbed it.
I apparently got it. Yeah. Oh well. And
Alright,
the
jump over
music
that
here
to
is like,
avoid that.
this music is like so interesting because it's like so janky, but it also just makes you feel like you have to panicking and trying to get out. Honestly, the OST in this game is fantastic in general. I just love the music in this game. This is like honestly one of my all-time favorite platformers. Like, yeah.
The soundtrack definitely makes it very enjoyable to come back and speedrun all the time, just because you get to, I don't know, even though you don't get to listen to the songs for very long, because you're just in and out of the levels like really quickly, but you know, it's still nice to listen to the soundtrack because it's very enjoyable with how it plays. It's pretty good.
Speaking of soundtracks, get your cat jams ready, because yo, this bass music here.
It won't be lasting for long.
Oh, don't mention that. Don't spoil it, please. Why you gotta be so rude? Why do I have in commentary?
Очередная секретная карта. Мы ее даже не подбираем, потому что она нам не нужна.
Bit of an interesting one. Like, there's a lot of secret maps that are out of the way and you have to spend quite a bit to get to them, but that one's just right in your path, so it's basically just a free secret map.
Yeah, these are the Venus sky traps we mentioned earlier.
Go. Oh, that's a turkey jerk. You do not want to get hit by that stone, otherwise you just get eaten by one of the Venus sky traps immediately. It's pretty nasty to say the least.
Okay, you can barely make that with 2 logs, so I'm glad I made that.
Alright, those 2 enemies there, Short Fuse and a Boom Denir are some really interesting ones. Short Fuse is a tiny little cannon enemy, and the Boom Denir is the one on top. Has a little bandonero enemy inside, which is one of those red enemies. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, banding arrows are these things, by the way.
Yeah, those are bandoneers.
Yep.
And there's the gold one up there as well.
This game really likes making you bully them, those poor banding arrows. Right. We get comfy and just run to the end, so we can squeeze in another quick donation or 2.
Ну и по идее, этот уровень будет заканчиваться, и мы будем уже подходить к боссу 4-й локации.
Cumberbund. Me and wife inherited him from my best friend's grandma a few years ago. He's a grumpy old man, but loves snuggles. Aww. We also have $25 from Jordan. They say my partner's cat is Mistopheles, and though normally a complete terror, he's currently cuddled with us on the couch enjoying this excellent run. You hear that, Kirby? Kirby loves cats, and cats love Kirby. It's fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right, we got an interesting fight coming up. This used to be my least favorite. I still want to say it's a favorite, but it's definitely a lot more involved and interesting. It basically, there's going to be a very specific way that I stun the boss. It's also kind of a shout out to a Yoshi's Island boss that you shove a pot. Same idea, except a lot more involved in that.
Ну, тут у нас босс-цветочек. И сейчас мы будем пытаться его станлочить очень определенным образом.
Figuring this out, to be fair, and then just relaying the information to us. It's really cool how this new fight works. So basically, off the start here, we want to first enough deal the first.
Нанесли чуть-чуть ему урона, и сейчас надо удерживать вот этого вот врага. Эти врагов, кстати, зовут бандоньеры.
Spawns an enemy which is known as I think it's I don't remember what the enemy's called. A little scorpion. I'm just going to call it scorpion for now. But yeah, we use the scorpion and we have to wait for another wind cycle, and then there'll be 2 extra bandoneros that'll spawn from the boss.
И вот тут начинается такой станлок. Мы кидаем в босса врагов, 3 врагов как можно быстрее и дэшимся в него. что позволяет нанести довольно много урона.
With some extra enemies, which can be quite slow to say the least. There we go, and yeah, we snipe the boss over the barrier, which saves an extra bit of time from not having to wait for some bumble prods to spawn. But yeah, and then we go. We can just finish out the fight normally. We can show you the bumble prods because we'll have to finish this fight anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll show you this phase that we skip.
We're
we
gonna
go,
do this
so-
exact same attack pattern anyway, so
There's the Boom De Niro and the Bond De Niro inside, and the bumble prods.
this is the attack we skipped with that snipe.
Although I don't think this strategy would fully work. when it
Еще
comes
разок.
to,
И
like,
босс все.
missions, because you do skip over 2 of them, and they're required for the mission as far as I
Yeah.
know.
And that's
There we go.
the boss. So, I mean, a little slower than I like, but like, you know, we got the strat, showcase it, so whatever.
So good. And after this fight, we're going to have to reset once we see the save box, just to make sure we can skip a cutscene, because that cutscene takes, I think, any. Oh,
Excuse me?
unfortunate. What happened there? What?
Да странно, раннер
Pressed them both at the
прыгнул.
same time. That should have worked.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I didn't press them 1 and 2 at the same time.
Но на этом уровень, игра еще не
So all we have to do is wait
заканчивается.
for the save box and then reset the console, just so we can skip watching along.
Сейчас мы ресетаем игру, чтобы пропустить катсцену. Довольно длинную.
I'm not entirely sure.
Don't remember how long the cutscene itself is, but I believe the reset itself saves around 20.
Wario.
Yeah, something like that. So it's pretty good.
And like, I am playing the digital version on my Wii U, which saves a lot of time.
И открывается вот эта вот финальная локация, где, собственно, будет наш финальный босс.
In Wii mode, just faster. But this game is a game that was originally released on the Wii.
И финального босса зовут Шейкинг,
Yeah.
All right, the Shake King.
Shake King fights.
трясучий король.
Last boss. Let's go. Time will be coming up in like 2 or 3 minutes, so keep that in mind.
All right, so for this boss, it's fairly scripted, so a lot of the patterns are quite predictable, so we can at least predict what we need to do. In the case of me and Kirby, we do this fight a little bit differently, but we have the strategy so it always lines up the exact same every time we play this boss. It's all good. A couple of optimizations I'm still working on this fight, but it's completely fine. Hopefully we'll be able to showcase one of them here. Alright, we slam the boss into the wall, and then we have to skip a fireball phase, wait for our
Тут тоже очень специфичная острота, где мы пытаемся как можно быстрее кинуть короля в стену, и пока он застрял в стене, таранить его сзади.
Sliding under and then, oh, that's unfortunate. But that's fine. So that's basically how the strategy works. We wanted to slam him straight back into the right wall, basically, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But yeah,
That's
this
okay.
one, we just jump over the boss, which prevents him from going to the left side. Usually the Shake King goes to the opposite side of the screen. But in this case, he just goes straight back into the wall.
И первая фаза закончилась довольно быстро, сейчас будет
Second
вторая.
phase of the fight. This is very difficult. A lot of, pretty much all of his all of the Shake King's attacks do either 1 or 2 hearts. Every single attack, normal attack does 1 heart, which can be very devastating. 5 hits is enough to kill.
Каким-то образом король умудряется застревать даже в
There's a beam
воздухе.
attack which does 2 hearts, so you can succumb to 3 of those hits. So you
Yeah,
need to be
this
really
laser
careful.
attack is really clever, honestly, because it's like the devs knew everyone would just try to hide in the corners. They're like, ha.
Ну и сам по себе этот файт довольно сложный, потому что все атаки короля наносят или 1 сердце, или 2 сердца урона.
Quality rolls in the right places.
All right, so we can cancel that fireball phase, and we've got some electric.
Тут раннер специально получает урон.
Hit on purpose here for his strategy. In my case, I go far left and wait on that side of the screen, and then I try to slide through a couple of the electric balls to not get hit. But I suppose everyone's strategy is different, which is all good, you know? It's nice to have a bit of variability. All right, for doing that hit there, we basically just do 3 ground pounds on the Shake King in order to get him to immediately start running into a wall. So it's pretty good, but yeah. Before we knew about that, we basically had to like time the attacks to basically jump as he ran by. But in the case of that, we were informed of a strategy that could be better for us, which you know is really good. And I'd have to, yeah, it was really good.
И
I
время.
think it was,
Как раз красивый финальный удар.
first,
It's coming up.
И последний босс побежден.
nice. Was it good?
I think that was a 123.43. But
So good. That was a
Yeah.
really good run. You showcased some really, really good tricks there. That was
yeah,
brilliant. And there's also some nice animation at the end as well.
yeah, that's GG. We've got business to take care of. Yes, we do. I need to give shout outs because I forgot I was supposed to give some shout outs to some core people and older runners, especially during an autoscroller, which I forgot. But we kind of got smothered with cat donations, which that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Wario doesn't care about the queen, he just wants the back. Anyways,
That's all he cares about.
Классический Wario момент. Принцесса такая, типа, спасибо, храбрый герой, что спас меня. Wario такой, иди отсюда, принцесса, меня только деньги интересуют.
I don't mean that in like he died away. I mean he's just not around in the community nowadays, which is fine. But he's like he made his own segmented run on Speed Demo's archive back in the day, like over 10 years ago, and commentated it as well.
Ну, что я могу сказать? Wario получил бесконечную
That
мошну.
was actually one of the things that got me interested in keeping up with the speed run.
Небось, все и забыли про существование этого эмоута.
An AGDQ, I think it was the first AGDQ ever, which was 2011. That is over a decade ago, and there's been a lot that's happened obviously since then. I'm really glad to be able to be the one to showcase this, because this game has not ever been ran ever since Flip's run. And there's been a lot of development since then, but like all of this wouldn't have been possible without his initial segmented run, his HDQ run, and the work he put into this game. And the second major person I wanted to give a shout out to was I almost said Makuyama. Oh, shout out to Makuyama too. He's a nerd. Sega Junkie. He was the one who basically picked up this game after Flip and is the one who came up with the 1, 2, 3, 5, 4 routes. He's the one who gave the coin route an overhaul using a lot of data from like my 100% segmented run and also like other ILs. So he actually was like the one who
Сразу видно, кто не играл в третьих героев.
to make the routes 1, 2, 3, 5, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he pretty much updated the Speed Demo's archive run and had the record for some time too. And
А пока что раннер продолжает давать шатауты знакомым, раннерам и прочим, и
so shout outs
прочим.
to both of them for kind of being
А дальше у нас на очереди будет Человек-паук 2 на
and shout outs to
Xbox.
Crazy as well for joining me on the commentary. It's really early
Категория
morning for
1%.
him, and he's also just another great runner who's had the record for some time and bopped me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's fine. But
yeah.
Thank you for
That's
that.
okay. The competition's cool. Healthy competition is always a-okay. But like,
It's always fun.
yeah, competition's good. But I also do want to make a point to say that like.
Вообще, да, этот эмоут — это мешок с золотом, который каждый ход в героях дает, кажется, 500 золота.
So like Flip, Sega Junkie, McCrazy, and everyone else who if I start listing names, I'm not going to because I'm going to forget someone. This is a combined effort of minor to major contributions from so many people. And I'm proud to be able to showcase not
А
just
где мешок?
what I did with this run,
А мешок уже украли.
other people have contributed to this game as a whole. So, yeah, shout outs to the community for that and everyone who's been able to contribute, whether it be really small IL strats or boss strats or helping with coin routing and so on. And oh, yeah, by the way, we have some betray. We have someone who was kind of sus. Poor Wario. But yeah, that's gonna be all the shoutouts I have. And also, finally, shoutouts to Iki for being our host and for taking the time to sit through one of my runs as well to have an idea of what the run looks like and also having a fantastic Wario impression. Thank you. And finally, thanks to all of you guys, bleh, talking's hard. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. All of you for donating and for making this marathon a possibility in the first place. So, yeah.
Вообще, очевидно, эта дамочка, она же капитан Сироп, имела свои взгляды на все происходящее. Вроде бы ее там попросили помощи в том, чтобы спасти принцессу, спасти мир, вот это вот все. Она просто выжимала бабки из Wario, чтобы карты ему продавать.
Well, I stream on
А потом еще и мешок украла.
twitch.tv/McCrazy and then the McCrazy and then I just yeah, I guess I do speedruns every so often and I just do casual games every so often as well. It's always good.
Yeah. So feel free to give both of us a follow if you like our voices or are interested in our content or whatnot. But other
We'd be
than that,
happy to help.
Yeah. And yeah. So thanks a lot for having us, and I think that's gonna be it for now.